Hey guys, welcome. My name's Hawkeye. I'm from the Girl Scouts of Greater Los Angeles. I'm a camp director for Camp Osito Rancho. We're an overnight camp located in the mountains east of Los Angeles. I am here in front of you today to share with you and to teach you some yoga. So the great thing about yoga is that even if you haven't been in a class before, you've probably done poses and not even realized it. And so we're going to really work today on learning some different poses and getting the benefits of yoga, which are really to help us stretch and to take care of our mind and our body. This video will also help to satisfy the Junior North Face badge snow or climbing adventure, and in that it states that you practice yoga to help again increase your balance, flexibility, and just overall strength. You can ask somebody to practice with you, to go online with you, to help find some poses. But again, I'm going to show you some here today that you can use and then really work to see if you can hold those poses for 30 seconds up to a minute and repeat that 2 to 3 times. Okay? So for us to get started, what you're going to do is really find a place and space that you are going to be able to stretch out. All right, if you have a yoga mat, great, go ahead and grab that. If not, you can always use a blanket, you can always find carpet, you can use a hardwood floor. Okay, whatever is comfortable for you. You can grab a towel too, like a beach towel if you want. Whatever is going to work for you. And again, just kind of work to create that space where you're going to be comfortable and you can stretch out your body and your limbs and just move your body. Okay, I like to tie my hair back, that way it's not in my face or kind of floating all around. So again, you're going to find what works best for you. So go ahead and find a seat on your mat or your space or wherever you find yourself, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to find ourselves in the first pose, which is called child's pose or snail pose. Okay, and so to get into this position, all right, we're going to come to all fours here. All right, but then from here we're going to go ahead and sink our bum back to our heels. All right, so just kind of allow our sit bones to fall all the way back and connect with our heels. And then once we're in that place, we're going to go ahead and just kind of walk our hands out to a comfortable place. All right, allow them to lie flat on the mat. Our shoulders are going to roll away from our ears, and then our head's just going to come down to the mat wherever is comfortable. Okay? And if you want, you can always bring your knees closer together if that is maybe hurting any particular body part. You can sit your heels back this way, or you can do an even wider stance, all right, and sink back, all right. So kind of find what's comfortable for you, and then again, just allow your forehead, your arms, and everything just to really sink towards the mat. One of the fun things about all the poses that we're going to go through today is that they're all named after animals. Okay, so in this pose, this one, like I mentioned, is called Snail. All right, so I will use that to describe this pose. And maybe when we're going through these poses, think of, have you seen that particular animal in that pose? All right, and maybe, you can start to make the connection as to why this particular pose was named after that particular animal. Awesome. From here, we're going to come to downward facing dog, a pretty popular yoga pose. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of place our hands on our mat, shoulder width distance apart. Again, our knees are hip width distance, so kind of wherever our hip falls, just allow your knee to fall. We're going to press our hands firmly into the mat, and then at the same time we're going to tuck our toes under and we're going to send our hips up to the sky. Okay, so we kind of create this almost V-like shape with our body. Okay, our head's going to hang between our arms. All right, so our arms are straight and we're pushing, extending through our arms here. Okay, we can bend our knees. Awesome. And then from here, we're gonna go into bear pose. So we're gonna stay in our downward facing dog and we're just gonna change our legs. So our knees are gonna bend and almost come parallel to the mat, okay? And again, this is called bear pose. So we're gonna really push through our arms, almost like we're floating our knees, our legs above our mat, okay? Good. And then we're gonna kind of like a snake. We're just gonna like slide on through, all right, into seal pose. We're gonna release our toes and our legs and everything's gonna all be on the mat, but our arms are gonna be pressing firmly into the mat, spreading our fingers wide, okay? And we can kind of allow our hips to sink down to the mat if that's comfortable for you, to really see if you can get this stretch in the front part of your body, okay? So this is seal pose, kind of fun, all right? And then from here, very carefully, we're gonna tuck our toes under again. Okay, use our hips, press our hips all the way back up to downward facing dog. Good. And then we're gonna come to child pose. So again, that first snail, right, we had at the beginning, we're gonna get to child, we're gonna get to snail, all right? So go ahead and allow your hips to sink back all the way to your heels. Snail. And now we're gonna lift our hips up, but keep our knees the same. Okay, we're gonna go into puppy dog pose. So what we're gonna do from here is we're just gonna walk our hands out away from our mat and away from our body. And as we do that, we're gonna sink our armpits and chest down. And this is puppy dog pose. Be really gentle with this one, okay? Especially if you're doing this early in the morning, you might not be warm or your body might not be able to kind of go into that pose as deep as you think you should, or you know, whatever it may be, okay? So you're gonna slowly walk your hands back up and out of puppy dog and come back to snail. Awesome. So that is our sequence, okay? We're gonna try to roll through it maybe 1 or 2 more times. And each time I'm gonna cue the pose so you can go right into it, all right? Try to see if you can link that pose with your breath, okay? Because really that is what yoga is about. When we do these poses, we want to link them to our inhale or our exhale, okay? So that is what helps us to stay calm and to really continue our practice and taking care of our mind and our body, okay? So we're gonna go through, we're gonna start in snail. So we're here in snail, all right? Inhale and exhale. And then on an inhale, you're gonna come up to downward facing dog, curl those toes under. Good. Exhale, you're gonna bring your legs parallel, knees parallel into bear. Good. And then inhale. And on an exhale, we're gonna sweep on through to seal pose, release those toes down to the mat, okay? And then on your exhale, you're gonna push back up to downward facing dog. And exhale, come down, release your toes, snail pose. Inhale, bring your hips up, and then from here, okay, you're gonna slowly walk your hands out. We're coming down into puppy dog pose. On your inhale, slowly walk your hands back up, come back to snail, exhale. Good. One more time through. Okay. From here, we're coming up into downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, push your hips up. Allow your head to sink between your arms. Good. And then on your exhale, come to bear. Okay. Inhale, roll on through into seal. Roll those shoulders back, hips sink toward the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then snail pose. Come on down, back to that snail. Inhale, bring the hips up. Exhale, slowly walk your hands down to the mat. Armpits sink. Head and chin meet the mat wherever is comfortable. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back up. And then come back to snail. One last time. Sink those hips back. Okay? Forehead to the mat. All right. So, there you go, you guys. You just all did yoga. So I recommend that you give those poses a try. Maybe go through them again. See if you can't hold them for 30 seconds up to a minute, right? See what that feels like. All right. And then even beyond that, really think about from there, can you ask yourself, what was your favorite pose? What was your least favorite pose? What are some times throughout the day that you think that you could actually try these poses out for those 30 seconds, for that minute time frame? Can you share these with somebody at home? Can you make up your own animal poses? So there's lots of cool things that you can do with yoga, and I hope that you're able to share it with those around you as well. So again, my challenge to you is to try these poses at least 2 to 3 times a week, and maybe share it with somebody else who you think would like to give it a try. All right. You can always find the rest of the steps for the particular badge that I mentioned at the beginning at the Girl Scout shop. If you guys have any photos that you want to share with us of what it is that you've been doing, please, tag us, share us with social media. And yeah, until I see you guys next time, have a good one.